In this pretty short video, we will talk about stylization, because stylization is the thing you need to think about even before you start creating your work, because stylization is not only about materials and effects, it's also about your model, the shape and the details. Stylization will help you define how your model should look like. When we talk about stylization in 3D, I can show you this chart and the next examples. Let's say you want to make some gadget, like a phone or a laptop. How you want to do it? So in this chart, we have two axes, how realistic and detailed your model should be. So if you want to make some real 3D model of laptop, for example, like this, it means you try to do realistic object with all details it should have, all buttons, all recesses, everything what this model has in real life. But since you will make less details and some shapes can be hypertrophied, so you're showing by your model the conception like, okay, this is still a laptop, and still from metal, but much simple. Then it will look like this. Now it's not so detailed, but still quite realistic. If not detailed laptop on this chart, we will move down, less realistic, then it will look like this, which is in a 3D world used more like a 3D icon. Not so many details, simple materials, but we still can recognize it as a laptop. In case of this part, where we have detailed but not realistic model, we will have something like this. Now let's see on the same chart, but for character model. In this section, realistic and detailed, 3D model will look like this. This is a real human with all human body attributes, with skin, hairs, and etc. But since we start moving to the left, but stay on realistic level, but less details, we will have something like this. You still can recognize this as a human, even there are no details like nose, mouth, and etc. If we will move to the center, we will have something like this. Guess one of the most popular character stylization. Not so realistic, it looks more like a toy. In this section, less details and not realistic, we will have an icon, which is the same style like a laptop icon from previous example. It means together they will look well in one scene. So first, stylization defines the shape, how realistic this shape can be, the level of details, how many details could be, or how complex or simple these details could be, how real the light and shadow, and etc. The stylization will be based on your goal, depends on what you want to achieve. And since you know what you want from this perspective, you can also start thinking about style. And when I talk about style, I can show you this chart. And let's take a simple 3D cube to see how it works. Your style can be different, but if you can somehow summarize it, it will mean that it can be different from impression perspective. So it can be strict as a business suit or playful as a child's animator costume. When style is strict, it means that the lines will be straight, the corners would be sharper, the colors are more serious, but from the other side, when it's playful, the shapes will be more rounded, colors will be more bright. These styles, of course, in case if you make some work for some project, will depend on your target audience or on the brand design principles or etc. But from this direction, your style can be real, so it means it will represent real things, real materials like metal, wood, glass, and etc. But from the other side, unreal, it will look like something what can't exist in the real world. Few more examples to understand this chart. This is a simple pencil. From stylization perspective, it can be real and detailed. From style perspective, it can be playful and unreal. Then it will look like this. Or this gamepad model. Here we have a realistic stylization and real style, but since we start simplify it and make more playful, then it will look like this. The same stylization level but unreal style will look like this. But how about this abstract thing made in spline? Well, we definitely can say that on this chart, it is something in the middle here, maybe a little bit to the left, not so detailed because it has simple shapes, but the material looks like a real glass. So a little bit higher here. From style perspective, it's definitely more strict because we have here dark colors, straight lines, and real materials. And of course, remember one rule. If you have a big scene, you don't have to draw every detail, and you also don't need to have details if they will not be visible for users. Less details always good for performance. I hope these examples will help you understand these charts, and this chart will help you define the style and stylization of your work. See you in the next lesson.